I'm Bruce Lorincz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose, and we go ahead and read to our young readers in the Wadsworth area and certainly beyond. I know that Cam and Carter are doing a good job for Mrs. Swissler, and they are certainly learning and getting their skills down each and every day. Let me go ahead and take my mask off. It's really important to wear a mask. I know all the students know that. And then we'll go ahead and, even on my tie, there's Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, and they socially distance. They know it's really important to stay away from their friends, and they are two very good friends, and it's very important to go ahead and do these items so that we don't get sick with the virus. And Medina County has been going up the last week or so. The first book we're going to go ahead and read to you today is on monkeys. And I like monkeys so much, and they are so excitable, and they just hop all around the zoos. And we're real fortunate to have the Cleveland and Akron Zoo not that far away. I like to go to the zoo. I see monkeys at the zoo. Ah, eek! Monkeys whoop and shriek. It is fun to watch them play. And it doesn't matter what age the monkeys are. They really do like to play very, very much. Monkeys have hands and feet like ours. They hold on to things with their hands and feet, especially limbs and branches, so they can go ahead and climb. Monkeys swing on vines. They climb up in the trees. Some monkeys look for food in the trees. They may eat leaves, flowers, insects, or fruit. I think they like bananas very much too. Some monkeys live in the trees. Some monkeys live on the ground. Some monkeys are small and furry. Boy, that you can really see that that monkey. It's really got some orange on it. It really sticks out. Some monkeys are large and fierce. Oh my, that has some big teeth. That monkey. I like to see monkeys at the zoo. Do you? And that looks like a baby riding on the mama's back. Oh my, that is really something. She's really protecting that monkey. And some words we found during our reading today: fierce, wild and cruel, shriek, to cry out in a loud, piercing way, and vines, plants with long, thin stems. So those are three words we can go ahead and add to all the words we know, our popcorn words and our sight words. A week from today is Thanksgiving, so I thought it would be appropriate to go ahead and read a book about Thanksgiving. And it is an American holiday. Not a lot of other countries celebrate it, and we're really happy to go ahead and have Thanksgiving again a week from today. Thanksgiving is a national holiday. People give thanks for their blessings on Thanksgiving. Of course, in 2020, we're going to social distance, and we're going to maybe be a little bit further away from our family members than we used to be. American Indians and the Pilgrims started the Thanksgiving tradition in America. The Pilgrims came to America from England in 1620. They wanted to start new lives in a new land. American Indians helped the Pilgrims settle in America. The Indians showed the Pilgrims where to hunt and fish. Boy, in that picture, looks like the Indians are presenting them with a deer that they did go ahead and hunt. the Indians showed the Pilgrims how to grow different crops. The Pilgrims had a big harvest in 1621. They were thankful. The Pilgrims and Indians gathered for a feast. This feast was the first Thanksgiving the Pilgrims celebrated in America. President Abraham Lincoln made Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863. Americans celebrate Thanksgiving every year on the fourth Thursday of November. Some people decorate their homes for Thanksgiving. They use pumpkins, gourds, and corn. Students learn about Thanksgiving in school. They write about why they are thankful. Boy, and there's so many things to be thankful for in our community and state and in our country. Families and friends gather to celebrate Thanksgiving. Some people go to parades or football games. I don't think we're going to do that this year. I think a lot of the parades have been canceled, and we're not going to be able to do that. And I think the Cleveland Orchestra even canceled their Christmas concert that they generally do in the month of December. So we're not doing a lot of the things, and big crowds are really something we shouldn't think about. Turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie are Thanksgiving foods. Family and friends often eat this special Thanksgiving meal together. This year, we might postpone that and think about it maybe for next year. Some of the words we looked at in this reading was celebrate, to do something fun on a special occasion. Crop, a plant grown in large amounts. Most crops are food. Decorate, to add items to make something look nice. Feast, a large meal for a lot of people. People have feasts on special occasions. Gourd, a fruit with a rounded shape like a squash or pumpkin. Harvest, to gather crops. National, having to do with a country as a whole. Thanksgiving is a national holiday in the United States. And tradition, a custom, idea, or belief that is passed from one generation to the next. Well, I really enjoyed that Thanksgiving book very much, and I know you're really going to take safety measures to go ahead and be with your family during that celebration. The third book, Thanksgiving, leads us to colder weather, and Crayola Winter Color should be an interesting book, and we will go ahead and read this next. And we will look at the wonders of winter. The sky is gray. The ground is white. Hats and scarves can be any color. Winter is here. In fact, we had snow the other day a little bit, so that kind of tells us winter is on the way. Snow covers the ground like a white blanket. A winter sunset shows off a blue and purple sky. Boy, that is a beautiful picture right there. And boy, if we had some crayons, we could go ahead and make a nice winter picture. Fluffy snow piles on pointly green pine needles. You can draw snowy trees, give them texture by drawing sharp lines with a green crayon to make pine needles. Make squiggly lines with a brown crayon to look like tree bark. So that's the way we can go ahead and develop a tree. Icicles sparkle like diamonds. You can draw icicles with shading. Start by using a dark color for the edge of the icicles, then round them out with a lighter color. Boy, those are very, very nice, sharp items there. Animals in winter. The bright red beak and features on this cardinal make it pop against the snow branches, the snowy branches. Bright colors stand out from dull colors. Which of these colors do you think stand out the most? Well, I think probably the yellow, to me, stands out, and maybe that red, too. They kind of make it easier to see. Winter fun. Snow is awesome for slipping, sliding, and sledding. What's your favorite wintertime activity? I sure do like to sled. I thought that was really good. And these guys have inner tubes, and maybe tobogganing too was an activity that I was involved in. That was really fun too. A snowman's life is short. He'll be gone when the snow melts. Design your own snowman. Stack circles for the snowman's body and a triangle for the nose. What other shapes can you use? Well, I sure like that carrot. That carrot is really long and skinny, and we need some buttons and dress that snowman up really, really nice. Winter colors are inside too. Gingerbread houses can be decorated with red, green, yellow, and more. What colors would you use? Well, maybe a little orange would be nice too, and yellow would be fantastic. Nothing is more colorful than winter holidays. Spread holiday cheers with lights and ribbons. What colors do you use to celebrate winter? Boy, I think red and green are very, very prominent. Here's the world of colors. There's dandelion and periwinkle, cornflower, denim, pink or pike green, red and piggy pink, cotton candy, lavender, orchid, white, timber wolf, gray, orange, and beaver. Lots of colors. And some of the words we learned in this book was the bark is the outer layer that covers the trunk of a tree. Design, to make a plan for celebrating something. Dull, not bright or colorful. Icicle, a hanging piece of ice formed by a dripping water that freezes. Pine needle, the thin strips, leaf of a pine tree. Shading, the use of dark areas in a drawing. Squiggly, wavy, and twisted with many curves. And texture, the look and feel of an object. So that was the winter colors, and we certainly are looking forward to a very, very colorful winter, and we can be very, very creative inside by drawing all sorts of things. The final book we have today is our friend Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Pete the Cat loves pizza. Pete the Cat loves parties too. Pete had an idea of what he could do. He would have the perfect pizza party. And he's got an invitation there. You are invited to Pete's Pizza Party, games, fun, music, and bring your swimsuit, Pete says. Pete's friends all arrived, and I'm sure they're hopefully going to be socially distanced, as today would not be a good day to have a big party. We just have to limit the number of people we have. It was time to build the perfect pizza together. That would make the pizza even better. Pete thought the perfect pizza would be pepperoni with extra cheese. It's a party, a pepperoni pizza party. So they were doing pin the tail on the unicorn. They're having games, but everyone did not agree. Callie said, pepperoni would be just fine, but I really love pretzels on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. That means they weren't sure of where Callie was coming from. Pretzels? Well, that's something new, but maybe pretzels could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pizza party. And there the gang are swimming. You notice they're far apart from each other, so they're doing a good job in socially distancing. I see there's the grumpy toad and Callie and squirrel and the alligator, and there's Gus the platypus. He's swimming in, looks like in a maybe a shark or a fish there. They're all having a real good time. Oh, and don't forget the duck. I see a duck there too. Squirrel said pepperoni and pretzels would be just fine, but I really love pistachios on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. They were perplexed. They didn't know where Squirrel was coming from. Pistachios? Well, that's something new, but maybe pistachios could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pizza party. And now it looks like they're going ahead and playing having some music. There's Grumpy Toad, looks like he's dancing, and Alligator has a guitar with Pete, and Gus, the platypus, is the drummer, and Callie and the squirrel looks like they're doing some dancing. They're all involved. Grumpy Toad said pepperoni, pretzels, and pistachios would be just fine, but I really love pickles on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pickles? Well, that's something new, but maybe pickles could be groovy too. So it looks like Pete's getting a lot more ingredients than he thought when he just had pepperoni and cheese, and we've got also new things, pretzels and pistachios, and now pickles. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, pizza party. Gus said pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, and pickles would be just fine, but I really love popcorn on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Popcorn? Well, that's something new, but maybe popcorn could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, pizza party. And looks like they're in the Pete's Pizza Party bus. And it looks like it's decorated on the sides with the yellow bus with, looks like pepperonis on the side. And they all have balloons. So they're having really a really good time. Alligator said pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, and popcorn would be just fine. But I really love papaya on mine. Now, Pete and the gang were really perplexed. Papaya? Well, that's something new, but maybe papaya could be groovy too. Boy, look at all the ingredients Pete has for his pizza. Now they were in the bounce house. They were really having a good time getting up in the air and really having a wonderful, wonderful time. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya, pizza party. And then they're sliding down the other side. There's Gus, Squirrel, and Pete still has his chef hat on. Since he's going to be making the pizza pie, he has the chef hat on. Pete and the gang piled the pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, popcorn, and papaya on top. The pizza was so high they had to stop. Ding! The pizza was done. Trying something new might be fun. They all built up the courage to take the first bite. And the pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza was out of sight. Dynamite just right. In the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. And I hope you appreciate all the contributions all the friends made. They wanted to put very different things, and I wouldn't suggest you talk to your mom and put all those things on your pizza, but certainly experimenting with different things is really a good thing to do. You don't always have to do things the same way. You can kind of think out of the box and think of different ways of doing things, different things of now we have to really be healthy and think of all sorts of ways we can go ahead and be with our grandparents. Maybe we can FaceTime them. Maybe we can go ahead and write them letters, call them, and especially if they have a long, way to drive or to fly. Sometimes flying isn't the most safe situation in regards to coronavirus. So maybe just go ahead and contact your grandparents and uncles and aunts and all the people, and you can maybe do it next year. Or maybe we can look for the 4th of July. That may be something we can look forward to in the future. We've done various shows over the past couple months, and you can view those on watchwctv.com. And we've featured Pete the Cat in several versions of our shows. We've had the superheroes. We've had all sorts of other books along the way, some books that my daughters enjoyed in their youth, and all sorts of good books along the way that you could pick up and go ahead and read and add to your skills and your ability to go ahead and acquire new knowledge and information. So we appreciate you viewing, and we thank Joanna Perino for all her help with Bruce on the Loose. Thanks for viewing.